The Bert Show.
Time to get buzzed on the hot goss from Hollywood with Abby. It's the Bert Show's entertainment buzz.
Comedy Central, they searched far and wide throughout Hollywood, trying on all kinds of hosts over the last 365 days. They just couldn't find the right fit. And now Comedy Central, has finally found their man for at least one day out of the week. So on Mondays only through the 2024 election cycle, Jon Stewart will make a comeback to the show.
Awesome.
He hosted the show for 16 years. He left in 2015 for something on Apple TV that I don't think panned out. And then now the president and the CEO of Paramount Media Networks, he said, Jon Stewart is the voice of our generation, and we are honored to have him return to Comedy Central's The Daily Show to help us all make sense of the insanity and division rolling the country as we enter the election season.
And I think this is perfect that he's just doing it for 2024. He's only doing it through the election cycle because I'm a huge fan of Jon Stewart. I think he's so incredibly intelligent. And also his advocacy is just to be admired. Like what he's done for the police officers and firefighters of New York City who were impacted by 9/11 and trying to get them the help that they deserve because of all the illness that they endured when the buildings collapsed. So, I was ecstatic by this news.
Any comedian that has anything in his act or her act that has to do with politics is so happy this is the year it is. There's going to be a lot of laughs here and a lot of crying, I think, by the end of the year also.
I know we need more comedy for this year, so I'm excited to see him make a comeback. I think he's going to do incredible. But they're also keeping some other correspondents on the show. We'll have Jordan Klepper, DC Liddick, Ronnie Chang, Michael Costa, and Dulce Sloan all filling in as hosts for the rest of the week. And I really hope we have like another Trevor Noah come out of this. Like I really hope another star comes out of this and we have more hilarious correspondents that can make us laugh about our horrible election cycles. All right. Fans thought Beyonce's mom was throwing some shade at Janet Jackson, but she says there's no beef. So Beyonce's mom was caught liking an Instagram post that was a little critical of Janet Jackson's ticket prices. The post that she liked complained that Janet was charging Beyonce level prices for her tickets, but she said it was an accident.
I stay away from negativity. If you follow me, then you know that I am not involved in the mess. So what I am guilty of is going through when I'm in a big hurry and I don't have time to really read and liking things because I trust that these are people that I follow. That was a big mistake. I will never do that again.
I'm kind of the same way. Like I just scroll, and to me, it's like crossing off a checklist. I'm like double tap, scroll, double tap, scroll. So I totally get where she's coming from. But she says she has no problem with the prices that she's charging for her concert.
Being on the other side of that, I know better than anyone what a great production cost, and that it's expensive. And I would never criticize another artist, let alone Janet Jackson, who is the queen of production. I mean, they're the first family of music, always have been and always will be, and I love and respect them.
I think I've heard more from Beyonce's mom than I've heard from Beyonce in the last couple of years.
For sure.
No, forever. It's always been like that.
It's always Christina. And I want to hear from Beyonce, but I get it. She's got bigger things to do and doesn't need to come out. All right. Madonna is responding to fans who sued her over that late concert start. So we talked about this last week. She was sued by two fans who were mad that at a December concert in New York, she started 2 hours late. They were like, we couldn't sell our tickets. We couldn't find transportation on the way home. It just caused this big mess. And this wasn't the first time this happened. She's already been sued once for starting over 2 hours late, and her fans are just really fed up. So now a statement has come out, and it says, the show opened at Barclays in Brooklyn as planned, with the exception of a technical issue during sound check. This caused a delay that was well documented in press reports at the time. We intend to defend this case vigorously, basically saying that there was no false advertising, that we didn't say it was going to start at 8:30 and we meant for it to start at 10:30. It was a technical error.
So she's had technical errors for the last 20 years because she's been doing this for 20 years where she shows up 2 hours late every time.
Exactly. And I know her fans are just so like, why would you even buy tickets to a Madonna concert knowing like, well, she might start at 8:30, but then like it might start 2 hours later. I know if I did that with a Taylor Swift concert, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm going to pregame for another hour.
That's the thing for Madonna. She's got that Lauryn Hill thing about her. Always has.
Yeah. She even said like, the queen will arrive when the queen arrives.
The queen is never late.
Of course.
Yeah. Which I don't know if she was stealing that from the Princess Diaries, because that's a Julie Andrews quote. She's like, a queen is never late. Everybody else is simply early. I'm like, only Julie Andrews can say that and not look like an a-hole. All right, people are outraged over Kim K's latest brand partnership, saying this might be the most out of touch thing she's ever done. It's on your next E-Buzz on The Bert Show.
Hey, The Bert Show.